All right, let's dive into one of history's greatest, most stubborn mysteries, the lost city of Atlantis. It's this epic legend of incredible power, a totally devastating end, and a search that, believe it or not, has just never stopped.
I mean, just think about it for a second. What if a civilization existed that was so far ahead of everyone else, a true beacon of culture and technology? And then, poof, in the blink of an eye, it's just gone. That right there is the heart of the Atlantis legend.
And that's what's so haunting, isn't it? The story says it was a complete and total disappearance. No one left to tell the tale, no definitive ruins to point to. All that's left is the idea of Atlantis, an idea so powerful it's captivated treasure hunters, historians, and dreamers for thousands of years.
So where did this unbelievable story even come from? Well, the trail starts in one very specific place, ancient Greece, and it comes down to a single, absolutely crucial source.
Yeah, we're talking over 2,000 years ago. That's when the first, and really the only, primary account of Atlantis was ever written down. And look, this wasn't some whispered campfire story. It came from one of the most brilliant minds in all of history.
The Greek philosopher Plato. He's our guy. He is the only original source for this entire legend. In his famous dialogues, he painted this picture of Atlantis as a massive naval power that had conquered parts of Europe and Africa. A civilization that was, as he put it, on a completely different level from everyone else.
But Plato's description, you see, it went way beyond just military might. He was detailing a society that was basically perfect, a city-state with a level of wealth and sophistication that was just, well, unimaginable at the time. And he was incredibly specific. He wrote about this capital city built in these perfect concentric rings of land and water, all connected by huge canals that were big enough for ships to sail right through. He talked about temples covered in precious metals and a society whose engineering skills were just light years ahead of the known ancient world.
But, just like in all those great legends about perfect societies, this story takes a sudden, absolutely catastrophic turn. It seems paradise was living on borrowed time.
According to Plato, the end wasn't some slow decline. It wasn't a long, drawn-out war. Nope, it was shockingly fast. His exact words were, "In a single day and night of misfortune." Just one. And in that tiny window of time, the entire island continent, its people, its incredible architecture, its mountains of wealth, was swallowed by the sea. It just disappeared beneath the waves forever. And that's what's fueled the debate for centuries. That sudden, total destruction. Was Plato trying to describe a real catastrophic natural event that he'd heard about? Or was he creating a cautionary tale about arrogance, a story about a powerful society being punished by the gods for its pride? That very question has inspired countless expeditions. The hunt for Atlantis didn't die out in the ancient world. It's still going strong today. Only now it's armed with modern science and some pretty incredible technology. So modern theories pretty much fall into two main camps. The first one is historical. It suggests the Atlantis story is a kind of distorted memory of a real event, the massive volcanic eruption around 1600 BC that completely wiped out the Minoan civilization on the island of Thera, which we now call Santorini. I mean, you have a highly advanced society destroyed by a tsunami and ash, and the island that's left is even circular, kind of like Plato's description. Then you have the second camp, the literal one. These are the folks who believe a lost continent is still out there, somewhere in the deep ocean, and they're using things like modern sonar to scan the seafloor, hoping for proof.
But all of this brings up the ultimate question, right? Why? After more than 2,000 years with zero definitive proof, why does this story still have such a powerful grip on our imagination?
Maybe we keep searching because the story hits on something so deeply human, this dream of a lost paradise, a perfect world that fell from grace. It's both this inspiring tale of what we could achieve and at the same time, this terrifying warning of how fast it can all be taken away. Is it history or is it a lesson? But maybe, just maybe, the real mystery isn't about what we haven't found, but what we've already uncovered. What if Atlantis isn't a lost continent, but a lost memory? A memory of a real disaster so huge, so profound, that over time it morphed into a legend. The search, it seems, is far from over.